everyone, it's Kathy, and you're back here in my YouTube channel and in my craft room, and I just want to take a moment to welcome you in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today we're going to make a cute little card, and if you watched my unboxing of the new mini catalog and the Sale-a-Bration catalog, you saw this cute little stamp set called Adorable Owls, and this has really been a hit in the Sale-a-Bration. I think everybody loves the character in these little owls, and they are so cute. So this was my main focus for my card today, but I wanted to build a scene. So we're gonna call this kind of a mixed up matchup, because what I did is I pulled different products from different sets and kind of combine them together, and I'll explain that as we go along. I also have the Playing in the Rain dies. Now the Playing in the Rain dies comes with the stamp set that's really cute, but we're not using the stamps, we're using the owls along with some of the items out of here. And if you notice, this one you have all kinds of little dies to go with this. You got your little puddle, you've got a little tree stump, you got your different ones to cut out your characters that you can stamp, you've got clouds, you've got butterflies, even the little tails for the kite, an umbrella. But I love the fence and I love that little stump. So those were two of the things. And also the oh, I didn't take these off. These are the little pieces, the little sprigs of grass. And I'm going to show you what all of that looks like, because I have pre-cut everything so you don't have to sit and watch me cut. But I did want to show you what I was using. Now this can be bought in a bundle, or you can get the collection. And the collection, if you've gotten your catalog yet, let me know by the end of the month if you have not received your catalog, or if you have not ordered from me and you want a catalog, please email me, and my email address will be in the description below this video, so you can go there and get that information. But if you do email me, include your mailing address, your name and your mailing address. But I did have catalogs mailed out to all of my regular customers, so you should have gotten yours by now. Anyway, let's move along, because this is a Sale-a-Bration item, which means you cannot buy the stamp set. You earn it by purchasing stuff either out of the annual catalog or the new mini catalog that's coming up. And you can earn this with a $50 purchase. You get this absolutely free, which is great. Everybody loves something for free. The paper that I chose is A Day at the Farm, and this is also a Sale-a-Bration item, so you can't buy this either. Free with a $50 purchase. So if you spend $100, you could get this and this, or maybe you would want the On the Farm stamps and dies that coordinates with this paper, which is really pretty too. But I chose this paper, and let me show you why. This piece right here is great for building a scene, because you've got your scene pretty much here. But I didn't want my cows and sheep and chickens in. I wanted just the clouds and a little bit of the ground. So what I did is I took my piece of my full sheet, and if you can see, I cut off the top corner. So if you lay this in on here, you can see what I got, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. So what I did is I cut this at 3 3/4 by 5, and because we're going to mat, and here's my little piece that I cut out. And you can see that's absolutely precious and how it fits back in there. But this is what we're going to build our little owl scene on. So I'm going to tuck this back into my folder, and or my paper sleeve, and set that back down here. I have a basic black I'll get it out in a minute, a basic black card base, and this piece is 11 by 4 1/4, and I scored it at 5 1/2, and so my card is going to be a top fold card like this. And I'm going to use a bone folder, and I'm going to give myself a nice little extra crease on here just to crease that down. And I also cut a piece of basic white, and this is going to be our top mat, and this piece is 4 by 5 1/4. And then we're going to layer that with this on top. And again, this piece, all these measurements are going to be on my blog. I have a clickable PDF tutorial that you can click on, save it to your computer, print it out however you like, but all of the information will be there along with the numbers for these products as well. Remember, these will not be available until January the 5th. So all the products that I'm showing you today, the paper, the stamp sets, the stamp and the dies, those are coming out on the 5th of January. So get your list ready, your wish list or your shopping list, and be ready to shop on the 5th. I'm afraid that this is going to be one of those sets that's going to sell out fast, so get yours before they're gone. This paper as well, because everybody wants this paper to go with their on the farm stamp set and dies. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to put anything together first. I want to lay everything out because y'all know that's how I roll. There is that cute little stump, and I want to bring that up close so you can see the detail. Is that not the cutest? Now we could go back over it with some darker ink and some early espresso and kind of edge it a little bit, and I think I'm going to do that because I think it's going to give us a little extra something on that that's going to actually make it much prettier. Let me get my grid paper. I know it's over here somewhere. There it is. And I'm going to pull a sheet of that out, and I'm going to lay this down right here. And let me grab my early espresso ink pad, because I cut this out in soft suede. So we need to go a shade darker, which is going to be the early espresso. And I'm going to use an ink dauber for this. So I'm going to grab out my little case of ink daubers. And I'm going to grab my early espresso, and I know I've got one that looks like soft suede. This is early espresso, I hope. It's dark, so I think it'll work. So I'm just going to tap into that, and then I'm going to tap off just a little bit, and I'm just going to edge right here. I'm going to zoom y'all in a little bit so you can see better. And all I'm going to do is just edge around the edges of it. And what this is going to do is just give it a little bit more dimension. And then I'm going to lay it down, and I'm just going to streak just to help bring those little areas into focus a little bit more. Now if you look at that, you can see, focus, there we go. Now you can see it gives it just a little bit more dimension, and just makes it look a little bit more realistic. So let's go ahead now, let's close up this ink pad. The other thing that I did is I cut that fence out of basic white, and look how stinking cute this fence is. Is that not adorable? And I thought this fence would be so cute. So what I want to do is I'm going to work on this piece here. So I want my fence to go kind of down to the bottom. I want to anchor it like right there at the bottom, and we're going to put glue on that to anchor that down. But I want to see where I want my little stump to go, because I want my little owl to be sitting on that stump. So let me show you my owls that I colored and cut, and see what y'all think. Now here's one that's in flight. So cute. And then here is one that I did, and I loved this one, but I didn't like the pink in his eyes. So I'm probably going to toss that one because I think his eyes are a little too pink. I might go back over that and maybe lighten them up. I might be able to use it. Here's one like this that I did in gray. And then here is another one that I did, and this is the one I think I'm going to use. And I gave him some little speckles because I love a little gray owl with speckles, like the little snow owl. And I think I'm just going to use the one owl. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and I'm going to anchor my fence down just on my edges, the bottom and the sides. I want this top to be open so I can slide in whatever I need to. So I am going to grab my silicone craft sheet, And I'm going to take my glue, and I'm just going to put some down the side right here. Just like that, and across this bottom right there, and then right up the side. Just giving myself a little bit of glue. You don't need a lot. And then I'm going to lay that or set it right about there. And I'm just going to use my fingers to hold that in place right where I put the glue. I didn't put a lot of glue on it because I don't feel like it needs a whole lot. Oops, you know, maybe I didn't get enough at all. Let's try that again. Let's get my glue. There we go. Alright, and a little bit right there, and then a good little bit on the fence post. Let's see if that's better. And again, centering it up just like that. Oh yeah, that's catching now. I don't think I squeezed my ink. I keep calling it ink, but we know it's glue. Do you have those days where you call something the wrong thing over and over and over? I think we all do. I wonder what happens in our brains when that happens. You know, I think as we get older, we become a lot more conscious of what's going on in our brain. All right, let's move that out of the way. And let's find that little stump. It's right here. And I want to tuck that down just about like that. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a glue dot on it because I want to be able to slide it in there, but not let it adhere until I'm ready for it to adhere. You know what? Maybe some glue might be better. I can actually slide the glue. Okay, we'll put those glue dots up. We don't need those just yet. So I'm going to put glue all over the back. Doesn't take a lot. And then I'm going to slide that down just like so. Oh, I love it. And now our little owl is going to be sitting on that stump just like that. And I'm going to do something a little different. Now, these are not Stampin' Up! Product, but I love a wobble. And Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell wobbles, but you can order these off of Amazon, or you can actually go and pick them up at your local craft store. And they're just called wobbles, and they work fantastic. So you put your solid piece on your card, and you put the smaller piece on your actual piece that you want to wobble. So I'm going to tear this off like so, and then I'm going to stick my owl onto this piece right in the middle, just like that. Now that's adhered. Now we're going to pull the adhesive off of the back of that. And if you haven't used these little wobbles, you've got to get some. They're so fun. Not only are they fun, they really do add a lot to your cards, because when you've got a little critter that you want to have just a little more personality, this is what you want. So once I get all of that off, I'm going to spring that open, and then I'm going to decide exactly where I want my little owl, and I want him right about here. So now I'm just going to press him, and now he's going to wobble. Isn't that cute? And you can give him a lot of little, I love that. It's so cute. All right, we're almost, well, I say almost, we're just about done. Now remember the two little things of grass that I cut? I thought they'd be so cute growing here beside the fence. So I'm going to curl the top of that grass just using my fingers, and then I'm going to put glue on the bottom, just on this bottom edge. And then I'm going to stick that down right here by that fence, just like that. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. just putting glue right here. Turn that around and stick that one down right about there. That gives even more dimension onto our card. Now, the other thing that we need to do is a sentiment. And I picked a sentiment from another set called Something Fancy. And the Something Fancy, I thought, you matter to so many. You know, it's the season after Christmas when maybe some people are feeling down. Maybe they were let down because they didn't see family. Maybe they didn't have the means for a good Christmas like they wanted. And, you know, just all different things that happen in our lives that can get us down. And I thought it would be nice to send a card that tells someone that you matter, because we all do matter. So I'm going to take a piece of, this is just a strip of white cardstock, and I'm going to stamp this in my black. And I'm going to get my Memento Tuxedo Black and ink that up. I'm going to stamp it first here, because sometimes when a stamp is new, you do have to season it. And I like to do this with any of my stamps. That's starting to look really good. Try it one more time. Okay, we're ready to go ahead and stamp this. And I'm going to stamp it right about here. Oh, looks good. And then I just thought of something. I really didn't have my head in this place, but you know what? I'm going to pull out the little clouds. I don't know if that's going to work. Nope. Okay. You know, sometimes you don't know until you try. I just wanted to see if those little clouds would work there. But I do have a cloud punch. So let me grab my cloud. Here we go. And let's see if it will work in here. I thought, how cute would it be to have this little sentiment into a cloud? And it does. Look at that. So I'm going to center that in really nice, like I want it. About like that. And stamp it. Let me punch it out. Love my Stampin' Up! Punches. They're always so nice and always there whenever you need a little something extra. And you notice how this one is outlined in black? Let's do that with this one. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab a stamp dauber and I'm going to use my Tuxedo Black. Or you know what we could do? I think this might be easier. I'm going to grab my black Stampin' Blend. This is the dark basic black. And let's just hold it up like this. And let's just ink around the outside edges of it. Just like that. You know, sometimes when we fussy cut, we do this so that it doesn't give you a raw edge. And we're going to do this with this one just to make it look like the other clouds on our paper. And there we go. Now that gives you a cloud look very much like what we have here. And look, we can put that cloud right there and it just looks like it's in with the rest of the paper, and I love the way that looks. So we're going to do something a little different though. We're going to put some dimensionals behind this cloud. If you hear a lawnmower, I think my husband went out to blow some leaves. The weather has improved greatly here and it is so nice outside today. I think it's like 60, checking, oh it's actually 54. Well, let me do an update. You know, every time you update it, the temperature will do 63 degrees right now. Oh my goodness. Now they are calling for rain to come in, so I do know that will, you know, it always gets warmer before it rains, or at least it does here in the South. Alright, I need some Stampin' Dimensionals. And where are my Stampin'? I opened a brand new pack and now I can't find them. Oh, we'll use minis if we have to. But I really wanted my full-size ones. Nope, these are all minis. Where are my full-size ones? Here we go. I knew I had a brand new pack, and and I had stuck them where I keep all of my dimensionals, but they had slid down behind something, and they were kind of hiding from me. So anyway, we're just going to go ahead and put enough of these on here just to make sure it's nice and secure. And I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool. I love to use this tool to lift off my dimensionals because it wrangles them up where you can pick them all off at one time. And put them in the trash. Because if you're like me, those little boogers are all over the house. So I'm going to put this cloud right about here. Just like that. Now we're ready to put this card together. We have got our white card base. So what I'm going to do, let's move that out of our way. I'm going to use some liquid glue. Look at the back of that piece of paper. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, blue's so calming. It calms my soul. I'm going to zoom y'all out just a little bit. There we go. And we're going to take glue and go just little swirls of glue around the edges. A little bit through the middle. I don't like to use a lot of glue because I don't want it to, you know, warp my paper or anything, but I do like to have enough to hold everything in place. So let's see what we got here. That looks pretty good. All right, I'm just going to give that a good little rub. Something like that. Now we're going to take the whole card and we're going to put it onto our card base, which is this beautiful basic black. I love black. Everything looks good in black. All right, we're going to take glue and we're going to put, I can't believe it's 63 today. We had last week, our temperatures plummeted. It was like in the 20s for daytime highs, and it was down in the single digits at night. That cold wave that caused problems all over the United States caused problems here in the Carolinas as well. So we were extremely cold. Not cold as my friends up north, but nevertheless, you know, we're not conditioned for that type of cold weather. So it bit, to say the least. Now that was a simple, easy little card, and look at that, and our little wobbles just really makes that. I'll see if I can link where you can get the wobbles or just what they're called, and I'll put that in the PDF, and that way you can go and look. But it's just WOBBLES, and if you go to Amazon and just type in wobbles, that's what will come up. But that is so stinking cute. I love this card. Now the only thing that's missing is a piece of white cardstock for inside. So I'm going to grab, did I have another piece over here? I don't think so. So I'm going to see what I got in my scrap bin, and look at that. I have a piece that we can cut down. Yep. So I'm going to cut this to 5 1/4, the long ways. So I'm going to put that 11-inch up here, and I'm going to go to 5 1/4 and slice it. And then I'm going to turn it to 4 inches and give it a little trim. And then we can turn this over, and we need a really pretty sentiment to put inside. So, and I think I'm going to do, may the good you do come back to you. I love that. I think it's so pretty, and that would be so nice on this card that says you matter to so many. So I am going to ink that up. Let's see. That's gonna, ooh, there's blue on the back of that piece. Oh, I'm glad I saw that. We can put that side down and still be able to use this piece of cardstock. Okay, I'm going to put that right there. And you know what I might do? I may stamp. How about these little flowers in the corner? I think they'd be really cute. So I am going to put some flowers maybe across the bottom. These would be so cute across the bottom. And let's do the little clouds maybe right here in the corner. I just want to give this card a little bit of extra It's kind of a simple card, but yet it is such a pretty card. So I need a stamp block that will accommodate my clouds first. I'm going to bring that scrap paper back in because I may stamp off just a little bit. So I'm going to ink those up. And let's stamp those like right about there. Oh yeah, I like that. And then let's do our flowers. And we're going to do these like right across the bottom. Like here, here, and here. Isn't that cute? And we can go back and color those flowers if you want to. Now the last thing left to do is our sentiment. And you know what? I think I'm going to do it in a color. I think the blue, the balmy blue would be really pretty. And it'll bring some life to this. And I can color my clouds blue and have just a little bit more to this card. So I'm going to go ahead and clean my stamps. And now let's go, let me grab, you know what, I think I might do even something more vibrant than balmy blue. Let's do our Tahitian Tide. That's such a pretty color. And we can do our clouds with a little bit of that as well. These are really juicy, so I'm going to stamp off. Yeah, I like that. And then I'm going to come back in and right about here, I love it. It's so pretty. And I think my flowers on the bottom, I might just do some Calypso Coral, and let's do a light Calypso Coral and a light yellow. And how about a light grainy apple green for our leaves? And then for our clouds, I'm going to grab both of my light and dark Tahitian Tide. And let's see what we can do here with our colors. Alright, the light Calypso Coral is going to be so cute for these little petals. And you don't have to do a whole lot of you know, you don't have to be real fancy, just kind of dot them. And here. I'm going to get my yellow, and I'm just going to come in and do the centers yellow. This one I'm going to do the petals this color. And anywhere that I look like I missed a spot, I'm just going to come in with a little bit of the yellow just to give another dimension of color. like I said, you know, you don't have to be precise. This is the inside of your card. It can look a little abstract, and it's still okay. It's still beautiful. So now we'll come in with our green. This is dark granny apple. And just stripe these leaves up just a tiny bit, just so we have a little bit of green going on down here. You know, the little details that you put in your cards makes all the difference in the world. So don't be afraid to, you know, play with your colors, play with your Stampin' Blends, try stamping inside your cards, and just, you know, kind of see what happens. It's fun. Okay, I think we're good. So now let's work on our clouds. I'm going to come in with my white. And I just want to go around the outside edges just a tiny bit. You don't have to be an artist, you just want to put down a little color. And I'm going to come back with my dark Tahitian tide, and I'm going to go around the outer edges, kind of over top of what I just did. And a little bit over here. I wanted to remind you that if you have ever been interested in joining Stampin' Up! During the Sale-a-Bration time is a great time to do that. They are offering some tremendous promos. It's over on my blog, and they've got the cutest little Stampin' cut and emboss machine. It's the mini, but it's in boho blue, and it is stunning. I have not gotten one yet, but I don't really need it, because I've already got my big one and my little one, but the color is gorgeous. Alright, there's our clouds. Don't they look pretty? So we got our message, and we got our clouds, and we got some flowers at the bottom. How cute is that? So now we can go ahead and open up our card. For this one, I'm going to use some Stampin' Seal. That's if I can get my Stampin' Seal to work. It hasn't been cooperating with me. Nope, it's still not cooperating. Oh, how did that happen? Oh my word. Okay, let's try this again. Somehow it got up underneath there and got Stampin' Seal all over the... It's still not wanting to work, so you know what? I don't have another one, but I do have an old snail, so we're going to use it. This one's just about out. This was our old adhesive back in the day. Alright, and now I'm going to set that in about like that. Bringing it down. I'm going to keep it nice and straight. And there is our card. Y'all have to let me know in the comments what you think, if you love it, if this is something that you would like to make. Now remember, the only thing that I used in here that wasn't a Sale-a-Bration item was the stamp set here. Of course, the clouds and the flowers, that came from the Playing in the Rain set, which is in our new mini catalog. And the owls and the designer series paper is a free item. So keep that in mind. Make your wish list. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think. I think it came together really cute. I love the inside as well as the outside. So God bless and keep you. And as I always say in closing, let everything that you do and say bring glory to our Father in heaven. He is so worthy. Until we craft again, y'all be good, be safe, have a very happy new year, and take care. Love you guys so much. Bye-bye.